Hey everyone, and welcome. Ready to really get a handle on the grammar from Unit 7? Well, you're in the right place. In this explainer, we're going to do a quick and I hope really helpful review of all those key grammar points you've been studying. I promise, by the end, you're going to feel way more confident.
You ready? Okay, let's get right into it. So, here's what's on the menu today. We'll kick things off with talking about ability. Then, we'll jump into rules and obligations. After that, we're going to look to the future, and then we'll focus on what's happening right now. And of course, we'll wrap it all up with the most important things to remember.
First up, let's talk about, talking. Specifically, talking about what you can and can't do, both now and back in the past.
Okay, so for things happening in the present, we use can or can't. And the good news is, the structure is super simple. It's just the subject, then can or can't, and then the verb. And notice, there's no to. So you get, we can talk to the doctor today. Or, if it's not possible, I can't read all these medical reports. Pretty straightforward, right? But what about the past? That's the real question. How would you finish this sentence here? She, blank, worked last Tuesday night. Go on, pause for a second and think about what word fits best in there. What do you think? And here we go. So, for past ability, we actually have a couple of options. We use could when we're talking about a general ability in the past. Like, she could work on night shifts, meaning, in general, she had that skill. But, and this is the important part, for one specific time, a single event, we need to use was or were able to. So our sentence becomes, she was able to work last Tuesday night. Just that one time. See the difference? It's a key one. Awesome. Now that we've got ability covered, let's move on to our next section, rules and obligations. You know, all the stuff you have to do or absolutely cannot do. For those really strong obligations or important rules, we use must. For example, messages must be correct. That's not a suggestion, it's a rule. And the negative, mustn't, is a really strong no. It means something is forbidden. Like in, you mustn't make mistakes. That's a direct order not to do something. Okay, now here's a really interesting point. What's the difference between these two sentences? Number one, I mustn't spend more money. And number two, I don't have to spend more money. Do they mean the same thing? Pause and have a quick think about it. All right, let's clear this up. They are completely different. Mustn't means something is forbidden. It's a rule. It's a big stop. But don't have to? Well, that just means something isn't necessary. You've got a choice. You can if you want to, but there's no obligation. So that's a huge difference in meaning. And while we're on the topic, there's a tiny difference between must and have to as well. Must often comes from inside you. It's an internal feeling. I must go now because I feel it's important. Have to often comes from an outside rule or person. I have to see the boss now because the boss is making me. Okay, let's switch gears and look ahead. Into the future. How do we talk about plans we've made and things we think might happen? Let's find out.
So when we have a definite plan, something we've already decided on, we use be going to. Just remember the structure. You need the subject, the right form of be, so is, am, or are, then going to, and your verb. For instance, the doctor is going to call back. We know this is the plan.
So, where does will fit in? Well, we usually use will for predictions when we're not totally sure, or for spontaneous decisions. Let's compare. They are going to email the examples. Sounds like a definite plan. But I think Dr. Green will call again today. That's just a guess, a prediction. We're not 100% sure. Awesome. Let's move on to our final grammar point for today. This is all about talking about things that are happening right now, in this moment.
For this, we use what's called the present continuous. And the formula is subject plus the verb be plus your main verb with that ing ending. We use it for actions happening at the very moment we are speaking, like my colleague is working. Or, in the negative, the computers aren't working.
Okay, time for a quick practice. How would you complete this sentence? Pedro, blank, to a group of patients at the moment. Go on, pause, and say the whole sentence out loud. And the answer is, Pedro is talking. Perfect. We use is talking because it's one person, Pedro, and it's happening right now, at the moment. Excellent work. Whew, we have covered a lot today. So let's just do a super quick summary of the most important things you need to take away from this review. So let's lock these in. First, that big one.
Mustn't is a strong no, an order not to do something. Don't have to means you have a choice. For the past, remember to use was able to for that one specific success. And looking to the future, if it's a definite plan, going to is what you need. If you can remember these, you're in great shape.
You've done an absolutely fantastic job working through all of this. Seriously, taking the time to review grammar is so important. Well done. Hey, if you found this explainer helpful, why not subscribe to the channel and press that little bell icon? That way, you'll never miss out on any of our future grammar reviews or other explainers. Thanks so much for joining me.